You ever get that feeling? Like something big is about to happen? Like we're standing right at the edge of a moment that could change everything? That's exactly where we are right now. This isn't just another off-season. This is the turning point. The decisions made over the next few months will define what this team becomes, whether it stays on top or starts sliding backward. And the crazy part? It's not just one thing. It's everything. Coaching changes. Cap space problems. Big names possibly on the move. The draft looming. It's all on the table. And what comes next? That's what we're diving into. But before I tell you, make sure to click the like button and tell me, who do you want to see wearing the Chiefs uniform? Write in the comments. It's not often that we stare down a moment that could redefine a franchise. But Chiefs Kingdom, we are exactly at that crossroads. This isn't just another off-season. This is the off-season. The one that will determine whether the Kansas City Chiefs continue to ride the wave of dynasty-level dominance or start slipping into the shadows of missed opportunities. And the tension isn't just in the fan base. Inside Arrowhead, there's a storm brewing. Changes are happening. Heads are rolling. Contracts are burning holes in the salary cap. And it all begins with one fundamental question. Who's going to run this offense in 2026? Matt Nagy's time might be up. That's right. The offensive coordinator, who was once groomed as Andy Reid's heir, the seat under him is now colder than the January wind across the Missouri River. The Chiefs have already cleared the deck by firing Connor Embry and Alex Whittingham. But this purge is just getting started. Embry, the wide receivers coach, who, brace yourself, came into the league from Fairview High School in Colorado. No, not college. Not even Division II. High school. That's who we had developing Sky-Eye Moore, McCole Hardman, Rashee Rice. It's almost criminal. Is it any wonder those young receivers couldn't flourish? With Embry gone, there's hope again. But that alone won't fix the mess. So, who takes the wheel alongside Andy Reid? The ideal candidate? Mike McDaniel. Yeah, that Mike McDaniel, the mastermind from Miami, who's been dialing up some of the NFL's most innovative offensive packages in recent years. If he somehow landed in Kansas City, there's a real shot Reid could finally hand off play-calling duties, and that would be revolutionary for Mahomes and company. But if McDaniel is off the table, enter Nate Scheelhaase, the Rams' passing game coordinator. Young, hungry, ready for the leap. Then there's Cliff Kingsbury. Yes, he's flawed. Yes, he flamed out in Arizona. But the guy has NFL offensive success under his belt and has openly expressed interest in coaching Patrick Mahomes. If the Chiefs miss out on McDaniel or Scheelhaase, Kingsbury might just be the fallback plan they need. Yet, no matter who leads the offense, if the cap situation doesn't get cleaned up, nothing else matters. Right now, the Chiefs are staring down a brutal reality. Negative $58 million in cap space. That's dead last in the NFL. And it's not just bad, it's catastrophic. It's the kind of financial hole that sinks teams, unless aggressive measures are taken. Let's talk math. Jawan Taylor and Drew Tranquill? Gone. That move alone saves $26 million. Then comes the big guns. Patrick Mahomes, restructure his deal, save $44 million. He's done it before, he'll do it again. Chris Jones? Another $22 million saved through restructuring. Though there's risk. His deal's aging fast. If the Chiefs want to avoid long-term dead cap hell, it might be wiser to restructure Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith instead. That would free up $20 million combined. Go full throttle. Restructure them all. Mahomes, Jones, Creed, Smith, and boom. You flip from negative $58 million to plus $56 million. Suddenly, you're back in control. And when that war chest opens up, Brett Veach has a decision to make. Who stays and who walks? Here's who must stay. Travis Kelce. If he wants to be here, you sign him. No questions asked. He finishes his career in red and gold, period. Brian Cook? Essential. That defense was night and day, with him on and off the field. Pay him? Kareem Hunt on a cheap deal? Yes. Depth, experience, red zone power. Leo Chenal? Only if it's not a ridiculous price. But especially if you're cutting Tranquil, you need him back. Now for the tough cuts. Say goodbye to Mike Edwards, Isaiah Pacheco, Jerry Tillery, Jalen Watson, Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, and Derek Nannady. Some of them, like Jalen Watson, simply price themselves out. He might command $15 to $20 million on the open market. Great story, great production, but you can't overpay. Not in this cap crunch. So with staff adjustments made, cap fixed, and priorities set, it's time to attack free agency. Bob Fesco dropped the hint on 95.7, The Fan. Kansas City's plan is bold. 2 defensive tackles, 2 edge rushers, and a running back. All in free agency. Don't save it for the draft. Go get them now. At DT, look at DJ Reader, a reliable run stopper from Detroit. John Franklin Myers, versatile, plays both inside and out. He's a pass rusher, too. Justin Jones from Arizona, another solid run defender. At edge, Joey Bosa, the splash signing. Expensive, yes, but the kind of one-year gamble that can tilt a playoff run. Or go cheaper with Dante Fowler Jr. or Danico Autry, effective, experienced, and still productive when healthy. But let's talk about the crown jewel, Breece Hall. Imagine Mahomes with that caliber of running back behind him. Hall would cost $13 to $14 million annually. But what that does to defenses? Priceless. The kind of player who makes the Chiefs' offense multiple again. The kind of weapon that forces defensive coordinators into sleepless nights. And if Hall's price tag is too steep, there's still Javonte Williams or Rico Dowdle. Not as flashy, but capable of producing in a split backfield scheme. And here's the real puzzle. Who would you choose? If you had one target in free agency, just one, would it be Breece Hall, DJ Reader, Joey Bosa, or one of the sleeper picks like Williams or Dowdle? Drop your pick in the comments right now. Because the next step, it's the draft. And trust me, you'll want to be here for how that story unfolds. Because now, we arrive at the final piece of the Chiefs' perfect off-season puzzle. And it might be the most pivotal of them all. Nail the draft. But let's not sugarcoat this. The Chiefs have failed in this area before. Not because of lack of talent, but because of lack of alignment. The kind of misalignment that leaves high draft picks stuck on the bench, misused, or simply forgotten. And it starts with this. You cannot walk into a draft without a clear, unified vision between the front office and coaching staff. In 2026, that means Brett Veach, Andy Reid, Steve Spagnuolo, and whoever becomes the next offensive coordinator need to lock themselves in a room and build one cohesive plan. No more, Veach likes this guy, so we'll draft him and hope he fits. That's how you end up with Felix Anudike-Uzomah, a first-round pick who was barely on the field. That's how you get Xavier Worthy, Jaden Hicks, and Jalen Royals, players with potential but no clear role. Even Rashee Rice's struggles can be traced back to coaching dysfunction under Connor Embry. The draft is not about talent alone. It's about fit, development, usage. This is why aligning the offensive vision is step one. Without an OC in place, you're shooting in the dark. But once that hire is made, and assuming the front office listens, the Chiefs can finally begin to draft with purpose. Players picked to contribute immediately. No more redshirt years, no more wasted windows. Remember, Mahomes isn't getting younger. Every draft needs to deliver value now. So, who's on the board? Who could be part of this next wave? Let's start with the name that has fans buzzing, Jeremiah Love. A true dual-threat running back with elite burst, vision, and balance. If the Chiefs can't land Breece Hall in free agency, this is your guy. You still bring back Kareem Hunt to handle short yardage duties, but Love becomes the every down back. He's ready. He's dangerous. He's what this offense has been missing. At wide receiver, Carnell Tate. If this man is available when the Chiefs are on the clock, you sprint to the podium. Size, hands, route running, he checks every box. You give Mahomes a legitimate WR1 alongside Kelsey? That's how you transform this offense. Not just patch holes. Transform it. On defense, Reuben Bain. This kid's an animal. A powerful, explosive pass rusher who can also hold his ground in the run game. He's the kind of player who could be molded into the next Chris Jones, or at the very least, be part of the solution when Jones eventually moves on. The motor, the versatility, the upside. Bain has it all. And then there's David Bailey, an edge rusher with freakish speed and bend, but he's a bit undersized for Spag's scheme. Still, if he can put on some weight, the reward could be massive. Bailey is the kind of raw talent that makes you dream about future double-digit sack seasons. He's a calculated risk, but a fun one. But here's the key takeaway. This can't be a Brett Veach solo operation. It has to be a shared vision. Who fits our scheme? Who fills a hole today? That's the conversation, and it needs to happen before the board is built. Because again, talent only matters if it gets on the field. Think about last season. How many rookies really made an impact? Not enough. Not nearly enough. And in a league that's constantly getting younger, cheaper, faster, if your rookies can't contribute early, you fall behind. That's how dynasties fade. That's how windows close. This draft has to change that. So, Chiefs Kingdom, let's bring this full circle. The four-step off-season master plan is clear. Step 1. Overhaul the offensive staff and bring in a new OC who can challenge Andy Reid and elevate this unit. Step 2. Fix the cap situation aggressively. Restructure Mahomes, clear out the dead weight, and build up $50+ million in space. Step 3. Target impact free agents. 2 DTs, 2 edges, 1 RB. Breece Hall is the dream, but there are options at every tier. Step 4. Draft with alignment. Not just for talent, but for fit. Jeremiah Love, Carnell Tate, Reuben Bain. Build the future, not a project. This isn't just about making the playoffs, it's about winning Super Bowls. Again, and again. And that means the margin for error is gone. The clock is ticking. The AFC is getting better. The Bengals are coming. The Bills are hungry. The Texans are rising. If the Chiefs don't evolve now, they'll get left behind. So here's the question. Kingdom, do you believe Brett Veach has the guts to pull this off? Do you believe this front office is ready to be aggressive enough, bold enough, smart enough to make these moves? Or are we heading into another year of almosts? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who's your dream hire at OC? What's your top free agent target? Who do you want at pick 9? This is your team, and your voice matters. And if you've made it this far, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because we'll be covering every step of this Chiefs off-season from every angle. News, rumors, breakdowns. You won't want to miss what's coming next. I'm out, but the kingdom never sleeps. Go Chiefs!